Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Jacob's eating his bacon platter while on his laptop looking at pictures of Dusty, and I see thinking, Dusty, buddy, you and I have really come a long way. Especially when I found out you were my son. No thanks to Vanessa and Jan. And as Jacob has the flashback to him and Jan talking, I can't believe I'm hearing this right now. Well, you really don't have much trust now, do you? The fact of the matter is, Dusty is our son. Yours and mine, and I really don't give a damn what happens in your relationship with Mary when you know you'll be with me in the end. Really? We'll just see about that now, won't we? Yes, we will. And as the flashback ends, just as Jan came inside of Jacob and he saw her. Why do I get the feeling that this is an episode of Deja Vu?
Meanwhile, at Vince and Angela's house, as Vince and Angela came in and Vince closed the door, and as they head to the living room, you're so amazing to be with. I could say the same thing about you. Despite the tsunami starting the whole new decade, it hasn't stopped on how I feel about you. Yeah, there's still time. I know where this is going, and it's the beginning. Make it now. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Sean's apartment, Isabella's making tea in the kitchen till Sean came in and closed the door and went to where she is. So have you given any thought to what we talk about? You think it'll work? In order to work, it has to be the real Vince and Angela. Have you forgotten I was married to her? I'm well aware, which is why this will play out quite perfectly. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Gloria's bringing in dirty plates and cups to the dish room and head back out and ran into Justin. I hope this isn't a bad time. Of course not. What can I do for you? I need your help. Meanwhile, in the underground parking lot, Kristen and Jeff are heading to her car. Didn't they say how long this loss is going to be? They don't know. Well, since I already filled you in on what your family is, it's time to meet your personal family. And as they arrived and got in their car and closed the door. I thought you were my family. You really don't remember. And it's Jeff's cell phone beeps, and he got it, and he sees it's a text, and it's not please. Trump, do you know where the book cafe is? Yeah, I'll take you there right now. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the hallway, Donald came out of the bathroom and head down the hall, and Ryan and Chris saw and followed him. So, how does it feel to portray your own family? I love Tina, and as Donald stopped and faced Chris and Ryan, you love that monster? She cares about nobody but herself, not to mention ruining multiple people's lives. I think I know what this is about. Meanwhile, in the trial room, as Tina Graham's trial begins. Since we are at this point, we're gonna skip this portion. Shannon, call your first witness. And as Shannon got up, I like to call a person who may have the answers I need to take Tina down. I call Rachel's son, Patrick Collins, to the stand, and as Rachel turned to her son. Good. Now remember, don't hold back at all. Trust me, Mom. I'm not gonna let her ruin our lives anymore. And as Patrick got up and head to the front, and as Tina thinking, that's your witness? Shannon, clearly you've lost your touch. And it's Karen thinking as well. Soon, Tina, you'll be out of our lives once and for all.
Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Jan and Jacob are talking. Really? You honestly hurt me, Jacob, after all the memories you and I share. You mean when you conveniently try to come between me and Mary with Dusty being our son? Who does I know? Anyways, it's been a long time since I've been a lab technician now that I work here at the diner. But the point is, I got the answers you've been looking for. I really gotta say, you've changed over the couple years since you married Sheldon. Sheldon and I should have been together long time ago. No offense, none taken. Alright, talk to me. What do you got? And as Jan took the folder and laid on top of his laptop. Tell me something, really. What's the purpose? I just need answers to a hunch I have.
Meanwhile, at Vince and Angela's house in the living room, Vince and Angela are making out on the couch. So they pull away. I'm so glad to be given a second chance to be with you. You know, after all that happened, our marriage survived a tremendous time. And I want to forget I couldn't agree more. Then it all starts here. And as they continue to make out, and as she pulled Vince's shirt off, and Vince unbuttoned hers, to Angela stopped. Drunk. Is we ready? I'm ready to move forward from the past. This is a new year, which is a lot to celebrate. It seems it is. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Sean's apartment in the living room, Sean and Isabella are talking. Think what you just said. You and I will get out of this. I will finally have my first love and you will have yours back. All the more reasons we can't fail, and we won't. This time, I thought Andrew was the one. But I was wrong. Same with Mildred. Look, we have a deal or not. Oh yeah, in fact, I have the perfect spot for us to make an appearance. What do you mean? Didn't you listen? We're gonna be a couple to fool Vince and Angela. I'll look forward to being with you. As for me too, being with you. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Justin and Gloria came in and Justin closed the door. What can I do? I know I'm supposed to accept that Maria's back for our brother Nate because of a damn court order. Something tells me you're not. I'm not gonna be denying what I feel for her because she's been the best thing that's happened to me. Technically, she's married to you. Despite your ex, Maria and I will still be solid. I know. So I need a reason to why I can't divorce Maria. Well, since you're still legally her husband, that would mean I still have a chance of her. You know what? That gives me an idea. Meanwhile, in Kristen's car, which is on its way to Leaving Book Cafe, with Kristen and Jeff talking. That's impossible. I'm afraid it's true. He married Gloria a few years ago. All the while, I thought she was a nurse, when she knew exactly. She was trying to help you process your memory. So she had to hide this information, really? I can't believe she would do this to me. And as Jeff got the phone and showed her the text, I'm sure there's an explanation to it. Are you in it as well? Look, there's a lot of questions you have. And it's why the way it is now. But don't rush things, because it's going to drive you insane. You don't want that now, don't you? Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the hallway, Donald, Ryan, and Chris are talking. Tina has hurt a lot of people, but don't forget, she didn't have a good time growing up. Really. And I'm supposed to feel sorry. Actually, I don't give a damn what you're supposed to feel. The fact remains is, listen to reason. She wants to use your last names. I really doubt that. You see, I was like you a few years ago. Foolish in love, but that's your deal. All I know is she needs my help and I'm not gonna leave her. Now, excuse me, wait. There's more you should know. While in the trial room and as Tina Graham trial continued, as Patrick gets sworn in. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. And as Patrick went and sat at the bench, just as Shannon got up and came to the center to where he is. Hey Patrick, can you tell the court how loyal you know Tina? For starters, I'm fully aware of what she's capable of. And what would that be exactly? She'd do anything to keep what's hers, including nearly killing my mom. That person destroys everything she touched. Did you have any encounters of her? Only when she pretended to be her twin Jessica, which I think is sick and twisted. She even threatened me when I confronted her. Did she threaten to kill? Objection! And as Tina got up, sit down, Miss Graham. One more outburst will seal your fate. And as Tina sat back down, you see, this is why she deserves everything that's coming to her. She's nothing but a selfish, cold-hearted killer that is gonna finally get exactly what's coming to her. Tell me, how do you feel if she get convicted? Honestly, I think it would do the whole town a greater good that she's gone.
Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Jan and Jacob are talking. Now you really have my curiosity. Are you down for some odd reason that you're not Dusty's father? I honestly don't know. I had a conversation with Karen regarding this, and she told me to do a DNA test to be certain. You left that boy alive. He's totally changed your life, and you're a great father to him in every way. I just wish I had a father the way I raised Dusty, but overall, Brady and Daryl were good parents in the end, including helping me battle my other half, which nearly destroyed the wall. Yeah, Zork the Dark One. Who could ever forget that being who created the Shadow Realm in the first place, which practically covered the entire planet at one time? Point is, I'm finally getting some answers to what I need. You might not do this alone. Sure, let me know you need anything. And as Jen got up and got Jacob's finished plate, and then she turned and headed to the back, while Jacob begins opening the folder. Well, no turning back now. Here goes. And as we begin reading the results, and he's not happy by the outcome of it.
Meanwhile, at Vince and Angela's house in the bedroom, Vince and Angela are lying in bed after their lovemaking. And Vince sent some wrong Angela. Hey, you okay? I am. Because I managed to survive the biggest blow. Hey, let's forget about that. Past is the past. From this point on, I want to focus on you and our daughter Adriana. I like the sound of that. I was hoping you did. Why don't we continue on round 2? And as Vince got on top of her, and as they begin to continue to make love. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Sean's apartment in the living room, Sean and Isabella are talking. Alright, in order to make this look real, we should practice doing some kiss. As Isabella came and began kissing him. And pull away. Sounds good to me. I know. The more real it looks, the more Angela and Vince are gonna swap on us. You mind I take you out tonight? Yes, you will. In fact, I have a debt to you. I owe you, which I gotta pay in full. What kind of pay? This, and it's to continue to make up. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Justin and Gloria are talking. What's that? I can try to convince Rita to change. That's really impossible. It's worth a shot. Besides, my marriage is riding on this. Well, I wish you luck, and let me know what happened. I will. And as Justin left, and as Gloria came to the front, and went to her register and slid her card, so Jeff came to her corner, and soon, Gloria noticed her husband standing right before her. Jeff, I didn't even see you there. Anyways, what are you doing here?
Meanwhile, outside the Leaving Book Cafe, and as Justin came out and saw Kristen waiting, and she saw him and he saw her. Justin, where's your brother? Look, I know what's going on, and as Justin came to where Kristen is. Do you really? Yeah, I do. And I don't want my sister's marriage to be jeopardized. And look, Nate and I are over for good. I think it's wise you two keep your distance from each other. Please excuse me. And as Justin turned and walked away, just as Kristen's cell phone rings, and she got it and saw who it is and answered it. Hello? Yeah, I'm on my way. Okay, and as Kristen hung up, and as she headed towards her car. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the hallway, Donald, Ryan, and Chris are talking. Chris and I aren't fooled by what? You two hold a grudge, one I've never seen before. How about this? Almost losing your children. Yeah, my family suffered enough damage from her. Despite what she'd done, I think she's really trying to change. But people like you won't let her. You know, that's what both your problem is. Please excuse me. And as Donald turned and walked away.
And Ryan and Chris began talking. He's a fool. Not to worry. He'll be burnt in the end. Meanwhile, in the trial room, as Tina Graham trial continues, and as Shannon continued to question Patrick. So Patrick, do you believe Tina's guilty? she's more than guilty. I think it's best that she get out of our lives once and for all. I have no further questions. And as the judge looked at the other counselor, I don't either. And as they both went and sat down, Yimei stepped down, and as Patrick got up and went back to the audience, Shannon, call your next witness. And as Shannon got up, Your Honor, I think it's time to hear a statement from Patrick's adopted stepfather. So, I call forth the only person that's gonna give me the answers I need. Aaron Goodcharm.